What's up, y'all? This is the Curious One, and we're kicking it here at the Ugly Table. Um, I'm going to try to knock out all three of these Valaverse Action Force figures. We already opened up the Duster figure and checked him out. Fucking awesome figure. One thing I did forget to mention while I was doing his review is I really wish Bobby would have had them put a really nice matte coat over the blue t-shirt because it's just a little bit too glossy. It doesn't it's too shiny. It doesn't come across as a t-shirt. You know what I mean? Like everything else is kind of matte, and then his shirt is like very glossy, and it's a little weird, but it's still a fucking really great figure. I really dig it. So we still have the Scarabs and we have the Sergeant Slaughter. I think we're going to go ahead and look at Sergeant Slaughter next. So let's do that. All right, so here he is in the box. On this side, you're going to have some really nice comic book art of Sergeant Slaughter. Wave 2, number 6, I believe is what that's going to be. And then you have a Action Force symbol down here, which is pretty cool. I would like to get a morale patch, Bobby. If you happen to see this, I would definitely like that as a morale patch. That would be really cool. Just a big Action Force and the Action Force symbol on the side. Back here, you're going to have all the figures in the wave. You're going to have Rollout. You're going to have Trigger. I really want that. I really want that figure. Sergeant Slaughter. You got Duster. You got Scarabs. You got Crimson Cavalry. I need to figure out a way to get my hands on more of these guys. As of right now, I only have one in hand, and then I have one on pre-order. I need a way to get 2 more of those, and then I also need a way to get a hold of 2 more of the Swarm figures, because I only have, or 3 more. My bad. I need 3 more of the Swarm. My army builders, I like to have 4, so definitely need to figure out a way to get a hold of more of those figures. We have, you can scan that. Then you got the file card, which you can cut out. And on the display base, there's a slot back here that you can display that. Also 4 pegs for display options. Looks really good. Action points down here. You got 2 action points. You can follow Valaverse on all these sites here. You got Valaverse.com. Now the 2 points, I'm not exactly sure what that's going to be. I'm not even sure if Bobby knows what it's going to be yet, but it's going to save those for sure, because it's going to give you advantages on future promotions. So definitely keep a hold of those. Here is a closer look at your file card. You can pause it right now if you want to read the whole thing. It's up to you. Here's the bottom. So yeah, really dusty, a lot of cigarette ash on the Ugly Table. This is where I do all of my projects, so it really does me no good to clean this table, to be honest with you. You got an Action Force up there on the left. You got a Don't Feed It to Small Children. You got your SKU down there on the lower right. You have Made in China, which is the country that owns Joe Biden. Down there you got Action Force created by Bobby Vala. On the top you got the window continued. You got an Action Force. You got a Don't Feed It to Small Children. You got a Valaverse over there on the left. So let's go ahead and open this box up and see what's inside. Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to mention, it's plus 14. This line is not meant for children. This is meant for collectors, people that aren't going to just take their figures and smash them together and break them, you know. um, yeah, the toys that are made for the people smaller than 14 are usually very robust, um, because you're gonna do some crazy shit to them. You know what I mean? Like eventually you're gonna break them. That's part of the fun, though, I guess. Although I never really broke my GI Joes too much when I collected as a kid. I actually did treat them fairly nice. Uh, they broke just from wear and tear and use. All right, so here he is in the clamshell. You can see all of his accessories, lots of hands, 2 hats, 2 firearms, pair of glasses. Got the stand down there. Now, I don't have version 1 in hand yet, but from what I'm hearing, version 1 actually has the stand behind him, and in series 2 it seems like they're all coming stored below. He's got like a saran wrap or a cling wrap that's going to be over top of them once you open the clamshell, and that's going to help keep all the parts where they're supposed to be. The only thing that's kind of bouncing around is going to be his cover. Now with this figure, you're going to get a baggie of dope. So his backpack and his vest are actually back behind the clamshell when you pull them out of the box. Now it appears that my saran wrap took a bit of a beating, probably from this hat bouncing around in there, but from what I can see, everything looks like it's in good condition, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. So you are going to get this paper in with your order. It's basically for any of you that don't collect like adult collector figures. It's basically saying that you probably want to warm up your figure before you start playing with them, so that you don't have any breakage. Bobby says that from what I've seen in interviews with a few different channels, he's saying that they are tweaking the plastic that they're using, so that hopefully in the future you won't even need to do this. But it is recommended, so make sure you do that, or you may have a breakage. Excuse me. So here's Sergeant Slaughter out of the package with all of his accessories. You're going to get the stand, you're going to get the vest, going to get a backpack, you're going to get multiple hands, you're going to get fisted trigger finger hands come on him, then you're going to get fisted hands for hand-to-hand combat. You're going to get grasping hands for any melee weapons you may have in your collection. You're going to get clasping hands, which you can use for pistol shooting or rifle shooting. With this particular firearm, he has a vertical grip, so you're probably going to be using the weapon holding hand for this particular weapon. You could also use the trigger finger hand, but the melee weapon hand is probably going to look a little bit nicer. And then you also get a poke and smoke hand. Now I would have liked to have one for each side on that, to be honest with you, even though it is already an extra that they're throwing in there for you. Because if you look, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of hands, right? But I would have liked another pointing finger. The reason being, with the Cobra Commander figure, it also came with one pointing finger, and it was on the right hand side. Now I found myself wanting to display him firing or holding a weapon while pointing, like directing people. You know what I mean? So that also puts me in the same dilemma. Where do I want him pointing, or do I want him holding a weapon? you know. So that's something, but not a huge deal. You also get your drill instructor hat. You're also going to get a point cover for the Marines. Then you're going to get some glasses. These ones are going to be black lens with gold frames like Elvis. You're going to get a 500 mag. And you're going to get, shit, I can't remember the designation for this, but it's going to be a revolving grenade launcher, which is pretty fat. I really wish I could own something like that, but high explosives are no longer allowed for the American civilians, which is in some ways good, but some ways fucking stupid. I mean, the majority of Americans aren't going to use this to blow people up, but there are certain types of people that will break into your house and steal something like that and then go use it on a Saturday night at the club or at the, you know, drifting party or whatever. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get a little bit closer look at this figure. So does appear to be a little bit cartoonish. But it does capture Sergeant Slaughter's look pretty well. Little bit, yeah, a little bit cartoonish. The one thing that I've seen already that I don't like is that split right there, and it's on both shoulders, so I really don't like that. If it does actually come apart, as long as it doesn't break, I could probably get in there and clean it up and make it fit a little bit better. As long as it breaks right on the seam, it'll be okay. But yeah, he's got some web gear to hold some ammunition, some pouches back here on the back. He's wearing a black woman beater, brown belt, marine colored fatigues, like Vietnam era. Got a first aid kit here on a drop leg holster. Got a fast draw Kydex holster for his 500 mag on a leg drop holster as well. Got some green and black boots going on there. I want to say those are, I'm not even gonna like pretend. Got some peg holes on the bottom, got some texture there. Looks really good. Focus. Focus. There we go. Maybe I was just a little too close. But yeah, overall, I really like this figure. I wasn't the hugest Sergeant Slaughter fan back in the day. But, hey, yeah, he could, yeah. So, let's see, does he get any head tilt? Yeah, he does have some head tilt. That's good. Can T-pose out. Yeah, so I do really like the way this figure looks. Although I am going to, when I get the version 1 figure in, I am going to swap his pants and his boots out to make him a little bit more of the G.I. Joe Sergeant Slaughter, and then I'm going to keep the other one with my Action Force figures, because I think I'm going to keep them on 2 separate shelves. They may mingle from time to time, but for the most part, I think they're going to be separated. So he's also going to come with a vest, which I myself probably am not going to use, but you may find it handy. You may like it. You may want to use it. Definitely not saying that it's a bad thing to have extras. I might find a use for it. Here we go. Got a nice backpack with some Molly gear, Molly straps on it. I think I actually own a backpack almost identical to this, and it's I believe it's a Fox Tactical. Now, I had seen Bobby say that he would do this. Yep. So, yeah, you can store some of the smaller accessories in the backpack. So that is definitely cool. Extra storage is always good. I suppose you could probably fit some of his hands in there. So that way you don't have to go looking for them or whatever. Anything that you're typically going to use on the figure. So there he is with his 8-point cover. Now I want to see if we can do this, because I did not like the fact that they gave Gung Ho an army cover, because Gung Ho is a Marine. It's a little small for him, seems. Oh no. Doesn't look too bad. I think it would work. Yeah. Yeah, I think it works. So yeah, he'll probably get to keep that from now on. At least until I get the carded version. Now we have his drill instructor hat. I would like to see a third party make one that has the rim like bent, so when he's doing the poke and smoke, the hat is actually in the person's face, being bent by their face. That would be cool. Let's see. Yeah. From what I've seen, they always wear the front like lower than the back. Excuse me. Let me see if I can get these glasses on him. All right. So it is possible to get the glasses on him, but they're a very soft material. I'm going to say you're going to probably need to heat them up and form them, put them in cold water right after heating them up, and hopefully that'll make them form fit a little bit better so that you don't have this going on, and it'll be less likely for you to lose them. But this gives you an idea what he's going to look like with the glasses on. I am seeing a bit of flashing here and there, and another thing that I noticed was the paint scraping right here on his boots. So that doesn't really bother me that much. I'm actually surprised that they even put black on there, or even put green on there. I would have thought they would have put the green back here, because this whole front should be black. So I'm kind of wondering if that was a mistake and the green should have been back here. Either way, it's not going to bother me if I lose the paint on that. I am kind of worried that I just lost his glasses, though. I don't see him anywhere. Did notice there is a bit of a misshapen part right there. I'm not sure if that's meant to be that way or if it's a mistake. You guys can let me know in the comment section if yours are like that, or maybe they're a little bit different. It's whatever though. I don't think it's that noticeable. So here's his grenade launcher, some nice silver, some black, peg hole for blast effects. The cylinders can spin, but it doesn't seem like it can open anymore. And I think I remember Bobby saying that it wasn't going to be able to open. It's a bit of a bummer, but not a deal breaker. It is what it is, man. Like Got a sight on the top. Although you're probably going to be shooting this at a angle like this, which I'm not sure the like an endpoint would work that great for this. But it works. It's cool looking. So here's gonna be your 500 mag revolver, silver paint on the front, black pistol grip. A little bit off the mark right there, but looks pretty good. No big complaints. Let's see how it fits in his holster. There it goes. I was a little worried there for a second. I was like, your trigger guard is not supposed to be outside of the holster. But yeah, it looks good, fits good. Now this is a hard shell hat, so it's not going to form fit to the head very well. But yeah. Now the reason that this is a fast draw holster is because you don't have to lift up very much on the pistol, and then from there you can bring it out. You see what I'm saying? So instead of having to draw it completely up to here in order to clear your holster, you only have to bring it out just a little bit. But it fits pretty good, very nice and snug, not going to fall out, which is good. Does have leg drop, and does have the boot cut, unlike Tim Kennedy, which you guys know I hate it when that's missing. Butterfly cuts. Pretty much everything else is classified except for the difference that I'm seeing is a diaphragm cut rather than the ab crunch that you see on the classified figures. You don't get the that. You get a diaphragm cut, which I actually dig a lot more. And then it looks like down here you're gonna get a second ball joint. So that's pretty much the difference there. If you know the classified articulation, then you know about what you're getting from this guy. Holds his primary pretty good, but I'll be honest with you, I honestly think that the stock could have been a little bit shorter and probably would have worked a little bit better. I also think Sergeant Slaughter could have been just a little bit meatier. It looks like they're throwing him like on just the stock body. It's either that or Sergeant Slaughter is the stock body that they're using for other figures. I'm still digging the figure though. All right, y'all. So we've gone a little long. Hopefully, I answered all your questions. Hopefully, you enjoyed checking out this figure. If I missed anything you want to know, go ahead and hit me up in the comment section if it's something that I can answer. I'll let you know if it's something I can't. I'll look into it and hopefully be able to give you an answer. So y'all have a good night. Y'all try to stay out of trouble. Y'all take it easy, all right? Peace.